Okay.
All right.
Speaking of holidays, one of the holidays that just passed was Halloween, and so I have a random question for you guys. What is the scariest movie of all time?
I'm not going first on this one.
Oh.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Go first. Jess. Take it.
I'll go first. Get it out of the way.
Yeah, good call.
I would probably say The Purge or anything related. Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anything related to like horror and torture. Like I just don't like the idea that people's minds go there, and it just freaks me out. So anything that could be kind of realistic. Or it doesn't sit well with me. I don't honestly watch any scary movies at all because I protect my heart and my brain from that stuff. So, I think all of them are awful, to be honest. What about you, Brady?
Okay, let me.
It's your turn.
Yeah, it's my turn. So there's one scary movie. Okay, one movie that I think is scary. I'll talk about that in a second. Let me talk about a time I actually saw like a scary-ish movie, like when I was in college. So I was trying to go on, I was going on a date with this girl, and
you brought her to a scary movie, so she put your arm around.
No, that would be the ideal situation. What happened here was the least ideal situation.
Oh,
it was kind of like a triple date. So it was me and this girl. I don't remember what her name was, because that's how well it went. And then my buddy Nate and his girlfriend, and then my buddy Brad and his now wife Amy. So we all went to the movies, and like when we got to the theater, we're thinking, okay, like we don't know really what to see. And so there was, I think Secretariat was on.
Oh, I love that
movie. We did a coin flip between Secretariat and then Paranormal Activity 2.
Oh no.
So the coin flip, and so obviously the coin flip happened, and we saw Paranormal Activity 2.
Oh,
okay?
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, it was super creepy. So like we get into the movie theater, and we sit down, and for some reason, okay, so like I'm sitting here, and then my date, whoever she was sitting here next to me, and then my buddy Nate was on like my other side. Okay, and so there are parts in the movie like where just like dramatic like jumpy moments. So me and my buddy Nate would be like like that.
Oh no.
And like screaming. And so but there's one point in time in the movie where I got so scared that I actually like got up out of my seat and like turned around, and I put my head like into the chair.
Oh no.
Like into the chair. And like my butt's like out in the open, and
She didn't call you back.
no. Well,
She was like,
here's how the rest of that one went out. So obviously I asked for a second date because I thought it went great, and she was very nice and was like, no.
she just didn't feel like you were going to protect her.
I don't think so. Not in that moment. So all that to say, I saw Paranormal Activity 2, and it was pretty creepy, just because of like the spiritual warfare stuff going into it. But the movie that scares me, like for me, the scariest movie of all time, is The Wizard of Oz.
Oh
Yeah,
Lord.
cannot. Blech.
Why? What?
There's one particular scene that even now, as I explain, I'll probably get the heebie-jeebies. Oh my gosh. Okay, so have you guys seen the movie?
Yes.
Okay, so it's the very first time that like they get to like the Emerald City, and they go and actually like talk to the wizard. All right.
Okay.
And he's describing they have to go get the broom from the witch and all that fun stuff. And anyway, so the wizard like yells at the posse, Dorothy and the lion, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, so after the yells, you see the lion like run down like that hallway, and because he's like running down because like he's scared.
Yeah.
And for some reason, like just how terrible like graphics were back then, it just that scene. Just freaks me out, man. Yeah. And he's like right down the hallway, and all of a sudden you see him just like dive through this window, and okay, hang on. I'm playing it out in my head, and I'm gotta calm myself down.
Yeah.
But if I watch the movie, like I'll have nightmares for like 3 nights in a row after. Wow. Still to this day. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It doesn't. I don't like it.
It probably brings up some of that childhood feeling of when you first saw it, how
Yeah,
scary it was. You're
it
like,
was.
a lion is scared of this guy?
Right. Of course, he was a cowardly lion, so that makes sense.
well.
But I'm like, I don't know. Like the witch doesn't really bother me. The flying monkeys don't really bother me.
Yeah.
Which is funny because you would think that would be the part that would be scary.
I had a dream about that one time when I was a kid too. Okay.
But just once. It didn't.
And
not 3 nights in a row.
But the dream, like that dream, like helped, you get over the fear of the witch and the monkeys. Because I had a dream where, if you remember the scene, I know I'm taking way too much time on this, but if you remember the scene in The Wizard of Oz, like when they're in the woods trying to like get to the castle to rescue Dorothy, and that's like when the fight monkeys came in. Well, I had a dream that I had this machine gun, and I'm just like shooting the monkeys like out of the sky, like as they're coming. So feeling pretty good about that. And then I get to the castle. And I make my way past all the guards and stuff. I get into the room where the witch and Dorothy are at, and I had a super soaker. If you remember, those giant squirt guns. So I grabbed, pull that sucker off, and like I blast the witch like right in the face with that thing and just kill her.
Yeah.
So
she's melting.
She's melting, exactly. And so that melted away all my fears of those two moments. But the line right down the hallway. There's not a hallway in the world I can run down and not like get over that. That fear.
That's fair.
So.
Man.
You got Sadie. You got a
Sadie.
scary
Sorry.
Yeah.
story?
Your time. Yeah.
So the scariest movie that I ever saw, because like you, I just don't. I do not engage with scary or tense content in my life because I will have nightmares. But when I was in high school, my youth group got together and we watched the movie The Hangman's Curse, which is essentially where you've got some people who are like Satan worshipers that are breeding a type of spider, like a mini spider that they're like putting on $1 bills in a vending machine so it'll like take out people. And so I had
the opposite of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like the spider, they're breeding tiny spiders so that the spiders will bite you and kill you, but they're so tiny that you wouldn't even really realize you got bit. Right? Weird. And so I was sitting there in the basement of my friend's home trying to make it through this like Christian approved scary movie. And I think I made it like 45 minutes in, and I was like, I'm done. So I just went upstairs and started eating cookies by myself.
There's stress eating.
Stress eating.
There it is.
I was just like eating cookies by myself. And
ding, ding, ding. Yeah.
my friend's mom came and checked me. She was like, "Are you doing okay?" I was like, "I can't watch it. I can't watch it. I kid you not. I had nightmares for 3 weeks straight.
I believe it.
3 weeks.
That's how I felt after watching Paranormal Activity. After I turned around and finished watching the movie.
Yeah.
No,
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
So
That's crazy.
Any other circumstance where I have seen glimpses of scary movies have been on accident, either because it was a trailer for a different movie that I was watching where I had to like somehow like close my eyes and plug my ears, but you can't in a movie theater because the sound system is
that's what it's
huge.
for. Yeah.
Or I went to a New Year's Eve party once where they were watching The Ring, and that was like, I was like looking at my phone, even though phones didn't do anything back then, and so I was like trying to pretend I was playing a game, but my phone didn't have games. So, I just don't do anything that causes extra attention in my life because I don't need it.
That's totally fair. That's totally fair. Well, good. This was great. This was good conversation.
This is a good therapy session.
This is a good therapy session and more about Brady's life.